I fixed Little Nightmare 3. Is this the Pale City? Which 2 chapters did I replace? Is this how the supervisor should have died? Is this iconic monster even better than the real boss? The first change I'd make is removing co-op, to emphasize Lowe's sense of isolation, restoring the loneliness felt in the dark depths of the moor and the desolate streets of the Pale City. But in my attempt to fix Little Nightmare 3, I created something much darker than I expected, with a sinister presence getting stronger. A big change I'd make is the opening dream sequence, replacing it with a dark silhouette floating ominously towards us. This is because I've decided to remove all mirrors from the game. The way they transport you to seemingly random locations makes the world feel very disconnected, as opposed to the previous games which took the time to flesh out one main location. I would also remove the necropolis in its entirety, in favor of showing the Pale City in the aftermath of Little Nightmares 2. The open desert setting simply doesn't fit. It's a massive departure from the dark nightmare we know and love. However, Monster Baby isn't going anywhere, only I'd opt for her original betrayal from concept art for Little Nightmares 2, a colossal flesh baby wreaking havoc on the Pale City. Many concepts showed the city was originally going to be consumed by fleshy despair, crowded with endless monstrosities making their way into the signal tower. Perhaps this is the aftermath of Little Nightmares 2, that Mono, being in a time loop, is completely unaware of. But if Monster Baby did have her porcelain exterior and machine-like eye, that would leave her very vulnerable in my version. Instead of being chased away by birds, Lone Alone would find a way to crack open her porcelain exterior and take her down from the inside. Imagine Monster Baby clawing into her own head, trying to pull us out, as we use our wrench and arrows to break her inner circuitry. Finally, Lone Alone ascend out of her crack, Monster Baby's dormant corpse behind them. Our duo use a broken piece of Monster Baby's desecrated face that broke off during the fight as a makeshift raft, much like the Hunter's door in the second game. This takes them to an island, home to the Candy Factory. Lowe's drawings of the Carnival before it's introduced in the game suggest that he can see glimpses into the future. Was this dream his end or his salvation? Whatever it is, it's coming. The Candy Factory is pretty empty, so I'd add a lot more herd and much more closer encounters. Imagine Lone Alone running for their lives with the workers close on their tail, like the guest area in the first game. Pure panic. Lowe spots an eerily familiar hot air balloon before the supervisor chases us through a maze of pipes that blast hot surges of steam, stopping her in her tracks. This is taken straight from Very Little Nightmares in the Nest, when we'd use the steam against the Butler to give us time to escape. If only this was more than a reference. I would also change the Supervisor's Death, from the convenient gust of steam to stopping to roar for no reason, giving us even more time to escape, and letting this machine slowly kill her. I think a much more satisfying death would be the supervisor being tricked into a vat of hot candy, her skin burning as she struggles to stay afloat. This is the perfect irony because her own mistreated workers are evidenced having met the same fate, which is perfect foreshadowing for this. The Nowhere is a realm only accessible through dreams, not a literal nightmare, as once you start applying dream logic to things, it lowers the stakes. Is Lowe a helpless, lonely child just trying to survive? Or is he in no real danger at all, able to wake up whenever his life is threatened, and create an entire person to help him on his journey? That's why Alone is real in my version. Early trailers actually show how this would have played out, with the duo meeting for the first time, the beginning of a truly real friendship. Maybe she will be able to escape after all. The single biggest change I'd make is removing the Hypnotist and the entire Institute chapter. This is because it relies on obscure lore in a niche podcast, alienating most fans. Our duo escape the Carnival, but instead of a lightning strike, an unknown force pulls them into a different direction, gripping the balloon and dragging them towards the horizon. This can only be the Butler, using his telekinetic abilities to steal the kin's shipments. This is supported by the hot air balloon, sharing the exact same design pattern as the one seen in Very Little Nightmares. Since his master's life was taken by a child, his hatred for them has only increased. This leads to an intense boss fight, where the Butler uses his telekinetic abilities to block their path, throw objects, and shoot Lowe's arrows back at them. But not all hope is lost, as our duo finds a key. Perhaps this unlocks the cuffs that contain his powers. Could he survive without them? Only one way to find out. Our duo managed to subdue the Butler, leaving him temporarily weak, but Lo quickly slams the key into the lock. The cuffs break away. The butler lets out a mangled scream of pain and fury. With no restraints, his full power is unleashed. But it's too much, an unholy force the Nowhere has never seen, before tearing a hole in the Nowhere itself. This creates a gap in the fabric of reality, where Lo's bedroom can be seen on the other side, the warm light of safety shining out. Lo and Alone make it just in time before the gap closes in on itself, and the two make it out once and for all.